What's good, my YouTube friends and family? Welcome back, and today we're here to review the new SML movie, Brooklyn Guy's Nightmare. Now, assuming by the thumbnail, it looks like his nightmare is going to be about Shrek and Donkey. I'm not sure what to expect. Hopefully this is going to be good, but that's saying a lot when it comes to Brooklyn Guy, because knowing him, we're going to get a bunch of filler nonsense. But anyway, with that being said, you guys already know what to do. Link in the description down below for the original video, as well as links to my social medias and extra stuff. Go and subscribe to SML, support the original creator, and to confirm if you watch my full review from beginning to end, make sure you comment 5 donkey emojis. But with that being said, let the review begin. So we start off the video with Brooklyn Guy and Karen about to go to bed, and Brooklyn Guy's like, he's too tired, and Karen actually wants to fool around, because they say that they haven't fooled around in a while, and he's like, no, not tonight, Karen. And she's like, oh, come on, I'll be your mommy, and you'll be my good little boy. And he's like, no, I don't want to think about that. Now you're making me think about my mom. So, yeah, they just go to bed, and that's it. So, while Brooklyn Guy and Karen are sleeping, Brooklyn Guy dreams of Shrek and Donkey coming through his bedroom door, trying to feed him waffles, buttermilk waffles, and cheesecake. And he has that dream 2 times, and the second time, Karen's like, oh, I think I know what'll help you calm down. And he's like, ew, get away, don't touch me. You remind me of Shrek. He's like, oh! Like, not gonna lie, that was actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. And then we cut to Brooklyn Guy sitting on the couch. And he says he's been staying up all night since 1 a.m. because he kept having these nightmares. So then he said he's gonna go to work. And then we cut to Jeffy telling Marvin a joke, saying, what do you call a gay black bus driver? And Marvin's like, I don't know. What do you call him? And Jeffrey's like, by his name, you racist homophobe. Like, bro, now they're gonna make Marvin seem like the victim because Rose is over here saying, yeah, what the fuck? You should call them by their name and all that stuff. So then after that nonsense, Jeffy tells Marvin that he needs to call a doctor for something that he did with a grapefruit in his pee hole tube. And then Brooklyn Guy comes out tired and shit, and Jeffy tells him what happened. He's like, well, don't do that again. And Jeffy's like, all right, so I'll remember that next time when I do it. And then he proceeds to tell Marvin about the nightmares he's been having. And he's like, oh, well, Shrek actually lives here. He shits in the bathroom like 90% of the day. And Brooklyn Guy's like, nah, take me to him, because I need to go talk to him, because he's intentionally fucking with my head. Like, bro, and Marvin warns him that if we go in there, we could talk to him, but the bathroom's gonna stink like hell. So then, before they go and talk to Shrek, Jeffy pulls Brooklyn Guy aside, and he's like, oh, I got a joke. What do you call a gay black school bus driver? And Brooklyn Guy's like, by his name. What else do you call him? And Jeffy's like, exactly, but my daddy over here thinks it's a joke. So then, they all get on Marvin's ass again, and Marvin keeps explaining that Jeffy set him up, and he's like, all right, let me set you up. And he proceeds to tell a joke, which I quote-unquote say for Marvin. He says, what do you call a starving African kid? And Brooklyn Guy and everyone else is like, hungry? Like, what the fuck? What would you call it? And Marvin's like, oh, it's gonna be a joke. Like, I thought his name was gonna be Starving Hungry Boy. Like, fucking wow! That's fucked up. Nah, next you're gonna say his name gonna be Starving Marvin from South Park. Nah, that is fucked. So after that, Brooklyn Guy and Marvin go to the bathroom, and Marvin goes into the bathroom wearing a whole ass hazmat suit, and Brooklyn Guy's like, why are you wearing that? And he's like, because of the smell. And he's like, what smell? And then they show Shrek shitting on the toilet, and I look on the side of the toilet, and I literally see zombie Waldo in the bathtub. Like, bro, I keep forgetting to mention this in my videos. Like, the past few times, we've actually seen Waldo, the zombie, in a few scenes. Like, the first time I believe we saw him was on the bed set, on the bottom bunk in SML movie Friday the 10th. Then the second time was behind the blinds when Jeffy was waking up Marvin and Rose. And then the third time in SML movie The Scarecrow, where I forgot to mention that in the Scarecrow video, Goodman was on the news, and then Waldo literally jumped out from behind Goodman. Like, I did not catch that until I saw Dre and Nate. Shout out to them. I saw their reaction to the Scarecrow, and I was like, oh my gosh, I did not even notice that. I thought Goodman had something in his hand. So while Shrek is sitting on the toilet, he proceeds to tell them random shit. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just trying to get through the video. And then he's like, a little secret, I'm lactose intolerant. But you eat cheese. How are you going to be eating cheesecake but you're lactose intolerant? So you're basically doing this on purpose. You want yourself to shit 24/7. So Marvin decides to have an idea where he just watches Shrek all night long while Brooklyn Guy sleeps to make sure that Shrek doesn't get in his dreams. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. So Brooklyn Guy's like, you know what, that's a good idea. Thank you. I'm going to sleep really good tonight. So then he proceeds to go back into bed with Karen. Let's see how this goes. So then, before they go to bed, Brooklyn Guy tells Karen how he solved the Shrek problem by saying that Marvin's going to watch Shrek all night and make sure he doesn't come in my dreams. That's literally what he said. Like, pause on the cum. So they go to sleep, right? And Shrek comes in Brooklyn Guy's dream. Like, Lance in the Shrek outfit, which is actually a pretty cool outfit, by the way. He literally says, Donkey, I'm coming in your dreams. And Donkey comes up with a box of buttermilk Eggo waffles. And Brooklyn Guy wakes up. He's like, I thought Marvin was watching it. I'm gonna go have a talk with him. And then immediately after this, like, what the fuck is that? Bro has a cork up his ass. How are you shitting the whole time with that up your ass? What the hell? And Marvin, I get you have to watch him, but why do you gotta help him with his nasty activities? Like, ugh! So Marvin and Shrek are in the bathroom trying to get a glass cork in his ass now. And Brooklyn Guy comes in and tells Marvin what's going on. And he's like, so I don't have to watch him anymore? And he's like, no. So he's like, all right, Shrek, I'm going to leave now. And he's like, but Donkey, get the glass cork. I'm about to explode. And he clearly closes the door. And all you hear after you close the door is, it's all over the walls. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, why does Shrek... I like Shrek sometimes as an SML character in the old videos, but why is he still living in the house? Like, what purpose does he serve? Kick his ass out! So, after Brooklyn Guy struggles to wonder how they're gonna solve the situation, he's over here saying, I wish there was a machine that could let you go inside my dreams so we could be up Shrek and Donkey together. And Rose is like, you know, I think I saw that somewhere on the TikTok shop. And they're like, well, go buy it or something. So after a while, she actually buys it. And look at the response that Brooklyn Guy gives when it's at the door. Fuck, hold on.
You want to go get it, buddy?
What kind of reaction is that? So Brooklyn Guy and Marvin go back to Brooklyn Guy's house and set up the dream machine. And he tells Marvin... Brooklyn Guy tells Marvin how to work the machine, and he goes to sleep, and Marvin enters Brooklyn Guy's dream, and he's like, Shrek and Donkey usually come through that door. So as soon as the door opens, they go up there getting ready to whoop their ass, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a hot cheerleader adult chick comes up at the door, and he's like, you wanna do it? And Marvin's like, well, I mean, if it's in your dreams, then it's not technically cheating. So then Brooklyn Guy and Marvin tag team this cheerleader, and in real life, Karen sees them hump in the bed like, bruh, I'm so weak. So then, after bickering of saying who the cheerleader is gonna call, Donkey appears behind Brooklyn Guy, and they run away, and Brooklyn Guy's like, wait, what are we doing? We're supposed to be kicking their ass. So they go after Shrek first, they kick his ass successfully, and then they go after Donkey, and they kick his ass successfully, and they tell Brooklyn Guy that we need to wake him up and go back into the real world. And he's like, I think I just slapped myself awake. And Marvin's like, all right, do it. He's like, wait a minute, do we really want to wake up that bad? And Marvin's like, what's left to do in your dream? And he's like, oh, cheerleader! And she comes back up to the bed, and they're banging the cheerleader again. And Karen's thinking that they're fighting again. Keep it up, boys. And that's how the video ends. And SML question is, what is your favorite Halloween costume? Well, this year I already said I'm going to be toothless, so that pretty much answers your question. And honestly, this is a pretty okay video. Minus all the Shrek doo-doo in the bathroom stuff, it was a pretty good video. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to give this video a solid 6 out of 10. It was pretty good, but anyway, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. All that extra stuff, the original video will be linked in the description down below, as well as a link to my social medias and second YouTube channel. Make sure you go and follow me there, and make sure you go and subscribe to the original SML channel, support the original creator, and comment 5 donkey emojis if you watched this video from beginning to end. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out!